Hi, Sunshine.
All right, another episode in the Love, Sex, and Money podcast with me and you, baby girl. This is so fun. Love doing this with you.
I love doing this with you too. This is love and money.
This is love and money.
All right.
Because I think in a relationship, in a marriage, right? Money's not the most important thing, but it's right up there with oxygen. And when people get divorced, I think most of the time they get divorced is because of financial stresses.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your take on how a man prioritizes his wife and children and family and also provides and takes care of and creates enough income for everyone to feel nurtured and taken care of and seen?
Well, I feel like again, there are so many troubles. There are so many families that are having these issues.
Tons.
Yes, and money is the money expands everything. Money expands really who you are inside. Money expands all of the problems, all of the issues, and all things. And so, if the family has underlying issues, if the wife has underlying resentments about the husband not prioritizing her, not choosing her, not feeling loved, not feeling appreciated, and then he throws money struggles on top, it's a fucking shit show. However, if he is prioritizes her and loves her and she feels cherished and she feels loved and she feels like they are on the same team and her needs are met and his needs are met and they actually do have a beautiful union, then they can move through the money problems together with love, the wisdom, and come out on the other side of it even closer together. Money just enlarges what is already not working. And a lot of men, they are looking to
They look to fix the relationship problems by making more money.
yes. But more importantly, I feel like it really comes, again, it comes from the childhood. It comes from the programming. They are there not even trying necessarily to provide. They're trying to prove their daddies that they are still worthy. They're trying still to prove someone that didn't love them that they should be loved. And they are not even realizing that and understanding that. And now their wife is actually the one that is facing all of his traumas and all of his unprocessed childhood needs. And now she has her own children to hold, and she has this man boy that is hiding behind income and money and cannot deal with any of his emotional awareness, go within himself and go on a healing journey to actually meet her emotionally, meet her sexually, meet her in love. And he is protecting himself through the concept of I need to make money and put the food on the table.
What would your advice or opinion be on, like, if they're really in a tough financial position? So like you're days away from losing your house
Mhm.
and your wife is asking you to prioritize her and the kids, but she doesn't have a job, so she doesn't have any income.
Mhm.
She hasn't worked in like 5 years.
I feel like the only solution here is come on the same page. Is come on the same page. Yes, you want me to prioritize you. I want that as well. And I'm going to right now. And I'm going to sit with you and we're going to be with the children and I'm going to be present. And I'm actually going to be vulnerable with you and I'm going to actually open up and share with you everything that is going on. And we are in a financial pickle because she probably doesn't know. That's why she's demanding that. Like, spend time with me. She doesn't know his stressors because any woman that has any kind of sense of love and devotion wouldn't be asking, right? She would be supporting him fully, like, please go work. What do I need to do? What do I need to hold here so that you can, keep a roof over our house? She doesn't know what is going on. And he probably messed up somewhere too. Like she trusted him
Yeah.
and she still trusts him. And now she thinks probably that everything is good and all that they're financially fine. And she's asking, please spend time with me. So the only way for them to actually make it work is for him to come clean and to really acknowledge everything that is going on. Right? I failed you. My love, I failed you. I didn't show up for you all of this time. I was chasing the money. Now I have no money and I haven't been present with the kids all this time. And we're about to lose the house. And please forgive me. We got to start from the very beginning, or you can really leave me right now. Not because it is fair. Like she's holding her part and he is not holding his. And she doesn't know what he's going through. So he actually comes clean and clear with love for her and with a desire to change and to be there for the family, to be there for the kids. She will move through all this stuff. She'll probably fucking go get a job and figure out how to pay the mortgage and figure this stuff out. Like, and like he's blaming her for not working, where the reality is he should be blaming himself for failing himself and her and children and all the promises that he gave them.
Yeah. Is it ever the woman's fault?
Of course.
Because a lot of times in your answers, it's always the man's fault. Is it ever the woman's fault, truly, when the relationship gets messed up? Maybe the guy's trying everything. He's
Yeah.
doing all the things. He's
Yeah.
making the money. He's doing the healing. He's doing the self
Yeah.
improvement classes. He's doing the courses.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Doing the breath work.
Mm-hmm. And she just again, but she's stuck in her trauma, and no matter what he does, he will never be good enough. And a lot of times, she actually didn't want to marry him from the very beginning. She married him just because it was convenient and comfortable, and he would offer something. She actually never loved him, and he married because of some idea of what it can be or expectations of the world. And there was no love even to start with. And so she just resents him more and more and more all the time. And no matter how amazing and incredible he is, she's not going to fall in love with him or love him because she never did. And she most likely doesn't even know how to love herself.
Mm.
Right? And there are, again, like we know couples where it's like she is really not well. She is so stuck in her trauma and in her righteousness that she cannot hear anything that he says, or she's not appreciate anything that he does. And and the man is so loyal and stays there for years and years and years until he cannot any longer. And then he walks away, and guess what? It's his fault and he's horrible. So again, when a person cannot understand between their intuition, their trauma, their emotional intelligence, where the mental intelligence, and they do not have a depth to go within and say, okay, where am I struggling here? What is being mirrored to me? This is probably my fault, not her fault or not his fault. Like I am a part of this agreement, right? Because relationship is agreement, and you meet your partner where you were, and your partner is a perfect mirror for you to heal. And if you cannot see that, and you don't understand it's all his fault that you are not doing your work that you're meant to do in the relationship and you're not healing. But intimate relationship is usually brings out brings out more than anything else. Everyone is healed until they come into intimate relationship. Yeah, it's 50-50.
Yeah. It is, for sure. I mean, and I think that there'll be times where it's 100-0.
Mm-hmm.
It's 50-50 because there's two individuals.
Yeah.
And there'll be some times where the other person has to take on the load of everything. And those should be seasons. And I think those are just communication,
Mm-hmm.
conversation issues. If if someone needs to be the person who can hold all the things, because someone, let's just say, is physically sick for a week or 3 days or whatever.
But even if it is a month,
Yeah,
or
totally.
a couple months, like it happens too.
That also
Like,
happens.
yeah, can someone really lean in and and come into the power and come into the light versus get lost in the darkness because now their spouse is going through their challenges and all of a sudden they cannot pour into them and they are all lost and start drinking and doing all kind of crazy stuff. We see this a lot too. Like so, like having a personal anchor, having a personal relationship with divine, having a personal relationship with yourself, having your personal integrity, personal satnam, the personal way to know that you can move through, that you can overcome. It is a great start for any relationship. And then you can, in a humbleness and humility, to say, hey, like, I messed up, please love me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I need your help here. I mean, we had a situation. It was like, I need to go and make a lot of money. Hold it. Like, okay, cool, I got it. Go make all the money. Like, I got everyone. And I'll check on you every day. Like, what do you need? How can I hold it better? How can I help you? Do you need food? Do you need drinks? I can, and it's vice versa. I'm like, hey, I'm launching something. Like, help me. And you're like, I got you.
Yeah. And a lot of I'd just be interested to know, what's the term for like a man who wants a woman because of how much money she makes? Is there such a thing?
I don't know. Man digger? We should probably come up with that one. What was one?
Yeah.
I'm sure there is a term out there. We're just so outdated.
Yeah, we're outdated.
Yeah.
We're ancient.
Please share with us, comment, and what is the term for the man that wants a woman for money?
Yeah. What's your thought on that? On gold diggers? Does that exist? Why is that such a popular term? Where did it come from?
Again, there are so many dynamics even in that, right? The gold digger she's here for your money. She doesn't care for you. She just wants your money because she wants an easy lifestyle. And the same thing would be the man gold digger, right? He doesn't really care for you. He just wants your money and he's here for the lifestyle. And awesome, cool, and amazing. Like if you're willing to have that contract because you don't actually believe that you are worthy of someone truly loving you, and you're willing to exchange your money because you have money for for sex, really, right? Or someone's admiration, like that's an exchange. Everyone is getting in this contract willingly. I think the cutest thing is like, I thought she loves me and she just used me for my money. Like, yeah, like you are 60 and she's 28. Like, hello. And like let's not be delusional. Like you signed up into this contract knowingly and willingly. And so I do believe that most people sign up into the relationship contracts. They can say that they didn't know but we see red flags and we lie to ourselves and we try to talk ourselves into that it is something better than what it is. And again, I think it's just people's values. I would not recommend it because on either side it doesn't feel good in the long term. No, it's not going to work. You're just selling your soul for money, right? And then using your money to buy love. Like it's not going to feel good ever. But the human drama will be fun. Like if you wanted to drama around a little bit and create some kind of chaos, like cool. Yeah, but it's not a soulful relationship. It's not a soulful way. It's not. There is no really higher love in it, and it's not even love, right? Let's just call it like, hey, this is a game of need. I need this. You need this. You want to exchange? Cool. Like, so opting into the contract knowing like, hey, this is exchange. We're going to play it for a little while. It will be great. And then it's not.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always liked that opinion that you have about people and their contracts, because we'll talk about individuals and couples that people have that we're just like, oh, it's an interesting couple. I wonder how long this is going to last, because they're not married. They're just doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're over here kind of in a situation of like, we know that they're getting into, they had to have a conversation, right? Like they had to have this discussion.
Oh, yeah. Or maybe they didn't have the conversation, the discussion. But it doesn't mean that they didn't have the conversation or discussion within themselves. And they may be lying to each other. Like, and again, it's such a lower consciousness that you have no intuition, you have no really awareness, and no real ability to discern what is what. And so you just go here with like 3D delusion and drama that you can just like feel in. For me, it's a kindergarten. Like it's like kindergarten consciousness. Like I love you, I don't love you. Today you're my best. It's like Jason. You're my best friend, mommy. You're not my best friend anymore. He kicks me out five times a day from his best friend group, right? Like this is where he's at right now. And so, but I can hold the unconditional love for him, knowing that my son is 4 and this is what he's meant to go through. And if I would be here with him, butthurt about him loving me and not loving him, like that's an issue. That's why I am a grown woman that gave birth to him, and he get to experience his little kindergarten kind of ways. But there are men in their 50s and women in their 50s that are still doing the same thing 5 times a day. I love you, I don't love you. You didn't give me the candy, therefore I don't love you anymore.
Yeah, I got that yesterday. No ice cream, so
That's it. You kicked out.
I'm
Sorry.
kicked out of the friend group. I'm not in it very much, to be honest. I don't.
Yeah.
I get best friend once a day, maybe.
Yeah, I'm usually best friend, but I am a lot more giving too. So,
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
So it's important to understand what contracts you're creating with everyone in your life. And I think it's just going to spur to conversations with yourself, conversations with them, being as forthright and as upfront as possible, and just having as much information laid out ahead of time.
Absolutely.
Because things are going to change. Timelines are going to change, importance are going to change, and priorities are going to change. But for everyone to know what the priority is, it really is going to come down to a conversation. For my men listening, what I can tell you is one of the reasons that they do not have conversations that are tough and challenging is because they don't want to be emotional, because emotional means vulnerability. And I can assure you, gentlemen, that the depth of your conversation, and if you have to cry because you feel upset and worried and scared and terrified and vulnerable, if your woman leaves you because of that, good riddance.
What does it mean?
See you later.
Ah,
Right? Like if a woman leaves a man because he was vulnerable and emotional and shared something with her, and she doesn't want an emotional man, so she leaves him, that just seems very biologically incorrect and inauthentic.
well, unless he is emotional every single day and all he does, he cries and needs her to hold him. And again, she has a 4-year-old that cries every single day and he never gets up and actually changes and gets and isn't done in a different way, right? Yes, absolutely, man, absolutely. Like we want your emotional depths and we want your emotional intelligence. We want it to be able to meet you and so for you to meet us as well. Because if we have, it is an access to the soul. Emotion is an access to the soul. If you have no emotion, I cannot access your soul. I am talking to your ego all the time, and we're not getting anywhere really. And it just gets old. And but if you come into the emotion, then I can actually see the purity of your heart. I can see the purity of your soul. It's so easy to forgive. And it's a lot easier to forgive. It's a lot easier to let go. And it is a lot easier to repair. And there are very, very rare where there are men just completely, they're just not men, they're just emotional mess. And they're just stuck in their child body. And they never heal their 3-year-old. So they constantly cry and complain and cry and complain. But it is so, so, so rare, right? And then women was like, all I do is I'm being in my masculine, I'm holding you. Like I have no space to actually lean into my feminine because you will melt down completely. That happens, but it doesn't happen as often. But yes, gentlemen, like if you get to start leaning into your emotions and understanding where they're coming from and how to share them with your partner, how to share them with your wife, you get to build the relationship that is built in truth. And once there is truth and there is access to the soul, then everything can be worked out, I believe. But without that access, it's very, very hard to work out things, especially when it is big issues like I'm about to lose the house, right?
Yeah. Well, in the next episode, we're going to talk about sex.